The FBI is significantly increasing its presence in St. Louis to combat violent crime. This initiative marks one of the largest per capita deployments of FBI agents and intelligence personnel in the country. Their efforts will include increased collaboration with local and state agencies. This multi-agency approach aims to strengthen overall crime-fighting capacity in the region. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmitt played a crucial role in securing this investment. He emphasized the importance of this permanent commitment to improve public safety. This strategic focus reflects a broader commitment to addressing violent crime and restoring safety in St. Louis.
The administration sees results from their crackdown on crime in our nation's capital. The FBI is turning its attention to St. Louis. The city has the highest homicide rate per capita across the country. You can see it here on that map, 52.1 homicides. Our next guest just sat down with FBI Director Kash Patel and secured a historic investment to combat violent crime in St. Louis. Senator Eric Schmitt joining us now. Senator, thank you for taking time. It's really, what's happening in Washington is now about to go nationwide, and you are leading the effort for St. Louis, meeting with Kash Patel. Tell me what transpired and what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, this conversation with Director Patel and actually Attorney General Pam Bondi began during the confirmation process. Kash made it very clear that he wanted to get more field agents out of Washington, D.C. and into the field, into the rest of the country. And I said, well, I've got just the place for you, my hometown of St. Louis. And of course, St. Louis has dealt with violent crime for a very long time. And I think what everyone realizes now over this, they had this flirtation the Democrats did with the defund the police and all this nonsense in 2020, is that there's no substitute for a law enforcement presence on the streets and then actual prosecution of violent criminals. And so, yes, St. Louis is going to get the largest infusion of per capita permanent FBI agents with intel officers with the sole mission of combating violent crime. That's where we need, and I'm really glad that Kash Patel has made this a priority for the FBI. I think this can be a model. When I was Attorney General, actually during the first Trump administration, when we partnered with the U.S. attorneys to do something called the Safer Streets Initiative, where we had assistant AGs deputized as assistant U.S. attorneys to prosecute violent crime in federal courts. One of my former colleagues in the AG's office when I was AG is now going to be the U.S. attorney in St. Louis. So I think you're going to have a lot of synergy here between the FBI, the U.S. attorney's office, and also local law enforcement too, to go out there and arrest and prosecute violent criminals.